Hello, this is J.Creech and Professor Coach's Bio 240, Anatomy and Physiology 2. And today, December 15th, 2017, we are talking about the respiratory system. We're in week 5 of our course, and today we're talking about estimated tidal volume. So that essentially is how much air your lungs move each minute. So in order to find out how much air we move, we need to know how many times each minute we breathe. So over the course of 3 separate trials, I counted how many breaths I take every 30 seconds. And so the average number of breaths I take every 30 seconds was 4.5. So if you double that, that'll give you 9. So in other words, I take 9 breaths per second. This is my normal everyday life. Sorry, 9 breaths per minute, not 9 breaths per second. That'd be hyperventilating. 9 breaths per minute. And then with each breath, I'm curious as to how much air I actually inhale and exhale in my lungs. So to figure that out, I took a regular balloon, stretched it out pretty good, and I took a regular breath. Of the balloon. Now notice the balloon is a little oblong and not necessarily totally spherical, so we kind of work with what we got. So I took my tape and smushed the balloon a little bit and keep that spherical shape. And as you can see, if I squish it down a little bit, make it spherical, my average volume with each breath to fill up the balloon was over the course of 3 tests, it was between 58 and 59 centimeters. So my average ended up being 58.83 centimeters for the circumference of the balloon. So once I have that information, I can figure out the radius. So I've written down the formulas here. So my radius is going to be my circumference divided by 2 pi. So you multiply pi times 2. And so that ended up being 58.83. Remember, that's my circumference divided by 2 pi. And that'll give me approximately 9.36 centimeters. The units stay. So once I found my radius of my spherical balloon, then I can find my total volume. So here's my formula for volume. That's going to be 4 pi. 4 pi, and then the radius is going to be cubed. 4 pi times the radius cubed, and then you're going to divide the whole thing by 3. So the volume is going to be 4 times pi times 9.3 cubed divided by 3, and that'll give you an answer in milliliters. So that ended up being 3,434.92 milliliters. So that 3,400, about 3,500 milliliters per breath, I wanted to figure out how much volume of air I move per minute. So remember the 9 average breaths per minute from before. What you do is you take your 3,400 milliliters and you multiply that by 9. And then you can divide the whole thing by 100, or 1,000 rather, and that will give you liters. So the average amount of air I move per minute is 30.91 liters of air. Just inhaling and exhaling, taking oxygen as I can. So that was our lab for this week, and I apologize for misunderstanding the original assignment. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you were able to learn a thing or two. Have a good day.